Welcome everyone to On a Mission. It is our very spooky season because we had a thrilling show on Saturday. MPW Thriller. I got my bucket of empty candy and my pumpkins all around because it is pumpkin season. I'm Emily May, but most importantly, I have Thunder Rosa with me. How are you?
Oh my God. So much energy. It's 9 p.m. Believe me, guys. It was a weekend. I want to say hi to absolutely everyone who is on the chat. Even if it's 210, it doesn't matter. We have the most supporting people and most supporting fans. Thank you so much. And yeah, it is the Thriller season. I actually have the only one who has a costume is my dog Bella. I'll be taking some pictures tomorrow. She's a killer bee. Like literally, she's a killer dog.
She is a killer bee.
She's gonna be the killer bee. So yes. So again, thank you so much. Thriller was a thrill for us to like run. I want to give before we go into the show. I want to give thanks to absolutely everybody that was part of the show. Probably, and we've been talking about it. It's the 30th episode of Mission Pro Wrestling. We've been running for 30 shows.
It's amazing.
You know, from not knowing what's gonna happen during COVID times to now 30 shows. Again, from everyone that we have worked with and we no longer work with because of you, with the little help that you gave us. We are here. We have grown. And it was amazing. We are again open for business. We are accepting sponsors. We are accepting individual sponsors. Again, we want to be super clear with everyone because there's been some stuff, on the online chats and everywhere. Sponsorship help us for operations, for POs, for flights, for Airbnbs, to pay for the snacks, to pay for gas, to pay for all this stuff. And literally every little penny that you help us, it help us keep the doors open. And it help us bring talent from other states because it's so expensive. December show, guys, I'm booking the flights. I almost got a heart attack. I had to drink some mezcal because
I
was on the edge of my seat. I was like, damn, this shit is expensive. So
even those discount sites, man. Oof.
No, I went to Expedia. I went to Priceline. I went to all of them to see which one was even believe it or not, Frontier and Spirit were expensive.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not gonna lie. So
yeah, I mean, special shout out to Daniel Parker, who helped bring in Christina Marie, who was in the main event this past weekend against our MPW champion. And I saw No Gimmicks podcast in the chat as well, and they sponsored a few matches this weekend as well. So a lot of sponsors in the chat, and we couldn't do it without you guys. So thank you so much.
We could not be, honestly, we wouldn't have 30 shows without, like I said, from people in the past to people now. We couldn't done it with you guys. So without you guys, like, we were able to get the ring, we were able to get skirts, we were able to get the pads in the corner pads. We were able to get everything, like mostly everything that we're running the show with. It was because of the help of you guys. Like, all the money has gone directly to Mission Pro and to keep the lights on in Mission Pro. We are an independent, family-owned show, pretty much. It's like very few of us running this. And Emily, you've been with us for over 2 years. And like it's not easy. It's not easy to run. It's how we are doing it now. It's running. It's a well-oiled machine. And I can tell you this, I was there on Saturday. Thankfully, Anakin had a university trip and I was able to be there on the show. And believe me, it was beautiful to see like every single person that is working there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we had a whole team of people. It was really amazing seeing everyone come together to make this happen. And then I liked how we had a mix of debuts and then also talent coming back after a while. Like, we had Gypsy Mac come back after I think 2 years being not in a Mission Pro ring. And so it was nice having her back. And then we had some amazing debuts like Morgan Mercy and Angel Blue. And then we had some favorites and some Mission Pro regulars, return. Like Ladybird was back, and it was really great to kind of see the reaction of the show overall and the matches from fans online. And people are still talking about it. So if you haven't seen it, which I hope you have, and I hope you tuned in on Saturday, I know there was a lot of wrestling happening, but just go to Title Match Network and you can rewatch the Mission Pro show Thriller, and then go back and watch some of the other shows that we've done as well. We have how many? 30 shows?
30 shows. 30 shows. That includes all the shows that we did on the road too? Like the taco shows?
I don't know. I think Brian calculated it, right? I think we got to double check.
Crazy. If it is, again,
I think it might be.
Oh yeah, we got that 30. That's right. Jeremiah says we made it to 30. We want to make it to like 100 episodes. And there's so many things that we want to talk about before I continue to ramble. Let's start from the beginning of the show. I think we have talent that is very, very young. This is Texas talent that has continued to come, and we are working really close with them. And I'm really proud of everybody that is coming back to Mission Pro Wrestling, because on Mission we like to really build the girls, give them real feedback about what can they do, what they do, where they're doing really well, and what they can do better for any time that they go any other places, to represent their school, to represent their coaches, and also to represent Mission Pro.
Yeah, I mean, and we kicked it off with the pre-show, which was Shay Carmichael versus Queen Uju. And we've talked about, Veda and I talked about kind of the history between these two, and how they are pretty much new to Mission Pro. They've had one win, and they've tried to battle it out at Mission Pro and make a name for themselves. But they are fairly new to wrestling, fairly new to the industry. And again, they're representing different schools. And so it was interesting to kind of have this match kick the show off. And they definitely had some chemistry back and forth.
Yes, they did. And like I said, I was glad to see Queen Uju has a lot of presence in the ring, given her size and how she looks and how she presents herself. Mm-hmm. So Burnsy 116, I know it was your first. You got to come to every show. Every show where
now
we are announcing all the shows this week from what we have next year. So you guys put it in your handy dandy calendar, either on your phone or somewhere else. Because we want your support. We want you to tell your friends so we can sell tickets. Remember, this is so important. The more tickets we sell, the more money Mission Pro and the Salvation Army gets, because it's all based on donation. So it was really good. So
so Burnsy needs to come back.
Yes, you better. You already said it. But talking about new, we also have new merchandise that will be posted on our socials and will be posted on the website. We have the MPW t-shirt, the Barbie style, and we have the MPW WCW style. You should definitely get it online before you come to the show. And stickers and probably cups and a bunch of other stuff are going to come, because I am motivated. We're going to get all this merchandise. I'm going to get the merchandise from October in January. So we have
let's do it. Let's make it happen. I'm gonna keep on you to make sure.
And it's all gonna be a limited run. We're probably gonna make 25 pieces of each. So
did anyone get? I want to know in the chat. We had the people who were there in San Antonio. Did you all get the Thriller shirt? We had a special,
that was a really cool,
exclusive Thriller zombie shirt, Mission Pro roster. There was 5 people on it. It was like a cool comic book. Let me know in the chat anyone that was in San Antonio that got it, because we definitely are going to need to put that online so everyone can get it. And that was a limited run as well. And those, I think cool.
We have like 25 for those. So again, all the stuff that we're getting, it's all limited run. You should get it when it's printed. Oh, come on, Thomas. We're going to put it online so you can get it. Brian is going to be doing all the hard work. We're just gonna send him the picture so he can post it in there.
We took definitely some glam shots of the Barbie shirts, which we'll post. And no gimmicks. I love to hear this. We are definitely planning our schedule to be at every show from now on. You guys got us.
Exactly. Thank you.
I love it. I love to hear that, because there's nothing like going to a live Mission Pro show, because that's when we hook you and then you got to watch us and come see us in person every time. But let's get to some other some exciting matches that we saw. Let's talk about Jasmine versus Britney Brooks.
So I got a lot of messages, Emily, before we get into the details. That that was a match of the night. That's what a lot of people from out of state text me. They really love what these two talented women did. They were very surprised about Miss Brooks. They never seen her before. And I know she just won a title. I'm not sure it was like in Arizona or was in LA or like in the West Coast. I'm not quite sure. Listen, guys, I'm always on everybody's social media and I like their stuff. I actually like and comment to their stuff, not their stories. Because that's how you do it. That's how you create engagement. So if you like Mission Pro Wrestling, go and like it and comment on the stuff. We need that engagement. Anyhow, technically wise, it was sound. It was Miss Brooks. She's very young in the biz, but man, Jasmine AlLord. Let's talk about Jasmine AlLord, someone who has pretty much has been with us from moment like second show. Yeah. This is even before she was like OG. Completely debut until now. Like the way that she's developed as a professional wrestler has been pretty incredible. And the way that she has been able to create relationships with so many other influential women in the business, such as AJ and WOW, and in like all the opportunities that she's gotten in AEW, WWE. Like the sky is the limit for this woman. And this match definitely shows that she is now a veteran, even though she's only been wrestling for what, 3 years?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to watch just the transition and journey she's had. And I love how we've kind of Mission Pro's been a part of that. And she's had Jasmine's had some tough competition at Mission Pro. We keep throwing her all these incredible talents to just kind of grow her moveset and what she can do. And she's definitely shown what she can do each and every time, no matter what we throw at her.
Oh, let's talk about Gypsy and Morgan. I know we're like kind of like
we're bouncing around. Sorry, guys, we're excited.
Yeah, we're super excited. So Gypsy, like you mentioned, she hasn't been here for over 2 years, and now she came back to Mission Pro with a new attitude.
I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Morgan Mercy, I have to say, was very intimidating.
Yeah, she was.
And I was a little nervous for Gypsy going into this. Like we discussed a lot about Veda, and I discussed a lot about what this matchup would mean. And they both brought some intimidation factor. Gypsy coming in, like you said, with this new attitude, this new strength. I feel like she had more confidence and just kind of knew what she needed to do in the ring.
Yeah, because I remember the first time that she came, she was very, very, still very, I don't want to say green. I hate using the word green. Unexperienced in the ring. And now you see her, like her whole demeanor completely changed. So this too, matching with someone who is so aggressive, and it like definitely brings another level of violence to this match. And as everybody on the chat is saying, it was a very hard-hitting match. And sometimes, like, for me, those are like the matches that are my favorite, because it has like, it keeps that sense of reality. And it really engages the public, especially for those. At one point, I want to say thank you for everybody that was watching it live at home. We had 4,000 individuals watching Mission Pro Wrestling live on this pay-per-view. And again, this is so important for our women that you continue to watch it in other states, in other countries, in other places. The show before, we had up to 10,000 people watching it. So again, the more you tell your friends to subscribe to TitleMatchNetwork.com, the more you guys can watch Mission Pro Wrestling, and the more, you can support us to continue to keep the lights on. It's all about, it's a continuous circle, guys, that we are working so hard. Next year, we're going to have some specials for the tickets, so we can sell tickets online. So everybody gets an opportunity. And also our community of San Antonio, we are running shows in a very needed community, and where not a lot of people have a lot of money to come and watch a show. And I really want to make it And this is another thing. We work with the majors. They said it right, the majors.
The majors.
And the majors of the
Very
Salvation
official.
Army. And we want to make this accessible for our community, especially for those who doesn't have the means to come and watch wrestling. So it's like not a what?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Morgan Mercy has entered the chat.
What do you mean you're not done with Gypsy?
And she says, I'm not done with Gypsy. And says no soft sounds, y'all.
Do you get her number? Or are you gonna like get like you guys are gonna play a game?
We need more information on this, Morgan. What does this mean?
That's what I'm saying. Are they gonna play like a video game against each other?
Sponsors are used to like heckling our talent, and they didn't even say anything to. Everyone was afraid to say anything bad to Morgan. So yes, Morgan is terrifying. I know my limits. There you go, Thomas. You didn't even say anything. No one said anything.
Where we'll be posting the dates for next year. So just keep an eye on that.
Yes. Rematch? Do you all want to see a rematch? Because we did have a rematch on this show. We had a rematch on Thriller.
Man, you know what? It's so funny. I'm like going back. I was watching the entrance of the On a Mission. There's so many cool memories from the last 30 shows.
Right.
And one of them was that match that I had with Dave LaGreca when I spear him through the those cans, and it was so amazing. And like La Rosa Negra, who else? Holiday, Genocide.
The moment that Holiday, like Jasmine won the championship, and then Holiday cashed in and won the championship. That moment was a moment that like shocked everyone.
Yeah.
I think there's so many moments going back that we definitely have to add some more memories to that intro.
Morgan is being like, we don't do this here. If you want to beat me, you're gonna have to bring me everything you got.
Woo. All right, Morgan is putting it out there.
Morgan, I'll play you AEW Fight Forever if you want. Or maybe.
Well, let's play. Let's play. After we go through all the matches, I will want to hear your match of the night and everyone in the chat. So everyone hold that thought as we go through everything. I think they're out of order a little bit. So we talked about Shay versus Uju, Jasmine versus Britney, Morgan versus Gypsy. Let's get to Angel Blue versus Mia Friday. Let's talk about this one. We spoke to Angel Blue on a mission. We learned a lot about her. She's coming back from a really big injury. And so, Thunder Rosa, what's your thought on this one and how you're feeling? How we had Mia Friday, kind of a fan favorite Mission Pro that's very sweet, but perhaps had a little moments of striking back in a dirty way, I guess you can say.
I'm so glad to see Angel Blue back. I know she don't like anybody, and it was so funny. And she does like the funniest things. She like hit somebody with her hips, one of her fans, that he draws stuff for everyone. So I think that was the night. It was the night for him. He was like, yeah, my life is made. I think it's for Angel Blue is really important as a veteran here in Texas to work with someone so young and with so much potential. She just came back from Japan. This young girl, it's ridiculous how talented she is, and the fact that she is able to have matches with people that have so much experience not only challenges her, but I also makes her even better and a step closer to become great. And I think this is just the beginning for her, and she's been in I think like 4 shows with us, and we continue to see how diverse she is as a professional wrestler, which is something really awesome to see. And also for some people, they can't really understand when you are that way, but that's what is gonna make her even greater.
No, Get Mixed is saying Angel Blue probably lost because of us. Sorry, Angel.
No, she lost because of her.
Ooh, okay. Brian says Angel is mad we're even mentioning her right now.
Oh my God. She's mad about everything, like I said.
Hi, Tussle. I see Tusslemania in the chat. Hello.
Tusslemania is our video camera guy. A shout out. He's a brother for me, and he's been doing a great job with us. He's been working with us for like, 2 years now? 2 years. about the year.
Yeah.
So it's been pretty awesome
we
to
have like
have
the
him.
whole fam in the chat. We have Jeremiah,
Yeah,
Brian, everyone's
yeah.
here. Angel was too confident with Mia Friday. Do you
She's
think that's
always
true?
confident. Yeah,
But she's always confident. She always
comes
brings the
like that.
sass and all that, right?
She always does. So I'm not surprised about that.
Do you think Mia Friday is getting a big ego? Because I know she's been traveling a lot. She's been getting more and more bookings. Do you think she's at this point to have like a little chip on her shoulder?
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, it will come. It will come once she gets a contract somewhere else, and like everybody's gonna be like, you know, with her. So I don't know, but right now the girl is but not right now. She's a sweetheart. I have so much respect for her, and I know some veterans in the state of Texas who respect her tremendously.
Well, let's talk about another match that lots of people in the chat were talking about before we even got to this. And people are talking about it online. And it is Amira versus Ladybird, the Mission Pro Cup holder.
Whoa.
And Ladybird did retain the Mission Pro Cup.
Yes.
So Ladybird, we haven't seen her in a little bit, so I was very excited to see her back. And then Amira also made her debut at Mission Pro. Brian, I think, and a few others said this was one of their favorite matches of the night. How did you feel about this one?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I think you said something to me. Do you want to say what you told me?
When I was in the back watching the match, I literally, no disrespect to their opponent, but I want to wrestle Ladybird like so hard. And Amira is a great contender. Don't get me wrong, but I saw Ladybird and I remember seeing her from the beginning. Like this is like some girls that we see.
This was her training. She came.
Yes, they used to come to like some of
the seminars
that we used to run before. And man, I was like, I miss wrestling, just period. But when I see her, I want to wrestle Izzy for sure. Maya, like send my way. Like all the young things, I want to beat their ass. Like I love it. I want to book it.
I love it. Let's make it happen. Everyone loves Ladybird, but also people are giving their props to Amira.
Amira's really good.
Thomas is like, Amira is really good. She needs to come back. So there's a lot of requests for that. Thomas is very excited. Thunder Rosa versus Ladybird. Give it to me. So lots of people will just be excited to see you in a ring again. No Gimmick says, didn't know what to expect from this one. It was a very entertaining match. What I always love about watching Ladybird is she's so acrobatic and she uses all of these gymnastic moves and things that not everyone can execute really well. And she does it seamlessly.
I could not do a backflip for the life of me.
You can't do a backflip?
I went. I mean, I've done it before, but nah, I'm good.
Michael was
punch
like,
you in the face for real if you want me to, and I
dang,
can do it very well. Yeah.
All right, don't do that. Just here. I'll give you a pumpkin. Don't here.
Talking about pumpkin, I should do pumpkin spice latte.
Pumpkin spice, you should.
I saw a video that like little viral kid. He does that stuff, and he said that his was better than Starbucks. But
wow,
okay,
all you need to do is like get some caramel and some pumpkin spice, natural stuff, put it in your coffee. Yeah. It's like you make it. Put some cream. She has gotten crazy good since her debut. Bob Berger says. Thunder wants to teach the kids. Yes, you want to teach them something.
Oh hell yeah, let's teach them kids, baby.
Let's teach them.
The kids. I'm just kidding.
Clint is like, Ladybird is awesome. Yeah, this was a really fun match overall. I think it was very energetic. You know, Amira went in there, obviously trying to get that Mission Pro Cup. Did not succeed in that, but it doesn't mean that she can't succeed at another point at Mission Pro. Brian says, is this a Brian bomb? Hold on. Word on the street, Ladybird might be cashing in that cup soon. Cannot confirm.
With me? When I'd return? Is that you're saying that I'm going to be returning in December 9th? And she's going to be cashing a match with me? Is that what it is? Can I announce that?
I don't know. That's an interesting comment, Brian. Thunder just chanted, the show is amazing. Yes, she sure did.
I did. I can't believe we have 17 and 16-year-old girls. They're 20 years younger than me, man. You know how it makes me feel? Botox is coming. Botox is coming soon.
Oh my God. Can we get Botox together? We'll go.
Oh my
and
God,
we'll
let's
get it
give me
together.
Botox sisters. Like all these wrinkles.
Yeah.
And
let's do
maybe
it.
I look like 25 by then when I get it done. Like I'm gonna, lift here. Like guys, like I feel like a grandma now.
You're not a grandma.
They can be my kids.
Oh my God.
I mean, Anakin is 18. They can be my kids.
I know. Well, they are. You all like welcome us like your kids into the wrestling world. The album Mona, I think I'm totally pronouncing that wrong. Any match featuring Ladybird is going to be entertaining no matter the opponent. I've yet to see a match I didn't watch from bell to bell. That's a good comment.
Tusslemania said that he filmed
Oh,
something that she says that she was going to
cannot confirm.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. I guess there will be. So I guess that there is a message from Ladybird. We will have to see what she has to say. So follow Mission Pro Wrestling on all of our socials because that's where we post all of that stuff and comments from our talent. Brian says Izzy said she will retire you.
I have her number. I'm gonna call her dad and be like, "What you say?"
I think that's breaking
news. I'm gonna slap
her. People are saying we don't need Botox.
Botox it is when I'm 45. So I can look like I'm 35.
I know. We should just like do a vlog on our spa day.
Oh my God, yes, we should. It's coming, guys. It's coming. And I know
it's coming.
Emily and I, we went to like do a laser on
we'll do LASIK, we'll do tan, we'll do a facial, we'll do it all.
This is going too far.
Sorry. Okay. It turned into too much right now.
Yeah.
So speaking of Izzy, let's talk about her match at Thriller. Izzy versus Maya World. And this was a very talked about match.
Bro.
A lot of people, Maya and Izzy were going back and forth. Maya had the support of Mercedes Monet on social media, which that's just huge as it is. But Izzy seemed to have the whole wrestling world behind her.
Yo, let me tell you about Maya. That girl can hit. Like, I was like, I said that I want to, have the kids. I think twice before I get in the ring with her because I was just like looking at poor Izzy, how she was getting beat up and stuff. I was like, that girl brings all the aggression and all the aggressiveness that she has. And she has attitude, like the tude. She brought the tude.
Some of those strikes that Maya was doing, I was like, felt like Izzy was gonna fly out, and like yes. I was scared for Izzy. Just
like that kick in the corner,
the marks. Yeah,
that kick in the corner, that put Izzy on her ass. I was like, yo, but Izzy, I'm telling you, I'm so proud of Izzy. She's done absolutely amazing. She's just. With her jiu-jitsu background, you can see it how fluid she is in a lot of her transitions.
I feel like she's fallen into this groove already. And it's very, very rare to see that so young.
Yeah, she's really incorporating all that into her wrestling. And it's not an easy thing to do, especially to make it look like a wrestling-like. Because sometimes you can make it look very shoot-like. But it's very easy for you guys to digest, and I love the fact that she's really like creating and really sitting and simmering and like on all her moveset, and you guys are recognizing that. So and her gear was amazing too, so it's all good.
Yeah, No Gimmick says, loved every minute of this match because of the buildup. Izzy may have lost, but we know Maya and Izzy hung with her, showed she was tough. I think that's true. I think Izzy stood up to Maya in a way that she's gonna have to do. This is her like a rookie year. And so she's going to have different opponents with different backgrounds. And so, even though this was another loss for her, she's slowly building this repertoire of opponents and how to address them in different ways and how to fight them in different ways. Maya is, I believe, up for Rookie of the Year. Not Rookie of the Year or what's the category for PWI? I think she's up for a category in PWI.
And she could be the Rookie of the Year. Yeah.
Yeah, I might be getting the category wrong, but I know that both of them are going to have a star year, definitely. Let's see. Maya is a force.
Yes, she is. And they compare her right now on the thing that they're comparing her to Athena.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, Athena is pretty, they reminded her of Athena. I mean, yeah, I will have to agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about I think it's a really I feel like it's an honor. Like if someone took my moves and or my style, just like some people pull inspiration from like jazz and like other wrestlers that aren't necessarily wrestling anymore, and they use them to kind of build their move set and kind of their style
I
and
think
how do you,
wrestling,
is that like
everybody uses
important?
everybody's moves. It's like, why they're gonna give me crap because I use a stunner, and Stone Cold Steve Austin uses stunner.
Yeah.
I mean, don't use my finisher, if I'm using it. I think like moves and stuff like that, we all use the same. You're gonna tell me I can do an arm drag because everybody else does an arm drag? Like, you just put your flair in it, and then you do certain combos and stuff that are different. But like, imagine if we couldn't use half of the moves that we're using, like we will just be doing running the ropes. No, you can't run the ropes because I run the ropes. Like, I got out of town.
Brian says she's MPW Rookie of the Year for sure.
She's really good.
And then what else? Everyone.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Yeah, Chris is in the chat. Bob Berger came back in the chat.
All right.
Yeah, this was a really fun match. All right, next match. All right, the next match was the open casket match. This was JP versus Black Swan with a little interruption, you could say.
Well, this match was we had a build up. Definitely, we're seeing another side of Black Swan, and
I love Black Swan, by the way.
She's amazing. And like, let's say JP, the man of Mission Pro, that guy has been with us for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He always, him and Beefcake, man, they both like entertain. They're there to entertain. Like, he comes out like Vince with the do-rag and stuff, and it was so funny because he came out and like a family were like just looking at him like saying, "You're wrong for doing that," and it was so funny. If you guys watched that,
it was a little mixed reaction.
Oh my god!
Again, the men's revolution always gets in trouble a little bit.
Yes,
causing a little trouble. But this was a rematch, and I think it was a rematch everyone wanted to see.
Yes, and it was very hard hitting. It was there was a lot of members involved. Casey and Diego came out and to like get to have their business they were a business for themselves, not so much to save Black Swan. But honestly, it was so interesting, and it was JP thought that he was done with Black Swan, and she had their arm out, and like he couldn't close the casket, and she was able to get him back in there. Definitely Black Swan is so funny and so graceful. Not funny, but graceful. So
Countdown City really cool. WrestleCast was happy to sponsor the casket match. Thank you so much for sponsoring that, because it was wild. we needed to get that casket out. I mean,
that casket has been like this. It's been so much fun to use because this is the second year that we use it. We're continuing to use it. So, but again, Joey was so funny. I call him Beefcake. But even him, like the interactions that they had with the fans and like their antics and everything, it was very entertaining. I laughed a lot, honestly.
Yeah. Davina, one of our referees, said, "Crazy match. I warned Joey about shenanigans before the match, but he didn't want to listen and got what he deserved."
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I do have to say I'm very proud of Black Swan for having that interruption in the match and taking control of the match near the end and taking down JP in that casket. There was, that back and forth where I wasn't sure if there was that moment that, her arm was sticking out and you have to close it all the way. But she fought through and got that win.
Apparently JP still in the casket. That's what Brian said. He left it there. He left.
Oh,
he left Joey.
Okay.
I know. Not JP.
Yeah. Is that an issue? Is that a liability for us?
They signed a waiver, so no, it's not.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm not sure. Wait, is he in there until next October?
Yes, he is there.
Okay. All right. Hopefully we left some food and snacks.
At least it's not hot, so it's good.
Yeah, it's nice and cool now. You'll be nice and cold.
Yeah,
Big Mike
Casey
says,
got a big pop. Yeah,
yes.
definitely San Antonio loves Casey. So that was interesting. And David with his sword, I was like, what is the sword doing here?
I was like, what? I could not see what it was. I was like, what did he pull out?
Yeah. So we'll see. We will see what happens on the next show with Black Swan, separately, and then now with JP after this terrible loss that he got. Yeah, I know that Diego was a pirate.
This is when I'm trying to remember all the statistics, but when was the last time JP had a loss like this?
It's been a minute.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at my notes, but he's been very dominant as
he has.
the man of Mission Pro. So I think he's licking his wounds in that coffin right now.
And don't forget, guys, we have silver bells before we continue. It's December 9th. Tickets are available on missionprowrestling.com. This is in the same place. VIP entry is at 5. Bell time is at 6. Come and support this show. Actually, we are raising money for the families in need here in San Antonio, Texas. Remember, we're working very closely with the Salvation Army. We are ringing the bell. We're trying to raise $2,500 or more, because everything goes directly to families in need for the shelters all over San Antonio and everything else. So, and also we're going to be collecting gifts, unwrapped gifts for that night. So gifts and money. If you guys want to come and drop off that extra money that you don't want to pay the IRS, bring it to us. We give you a little thing for you guys to claim it. And we would love to have you there. Again, bring your kids, bring your family, bring your grandma. It's just a pretty cool place for you guys to be. And I might raffle one of my Chase figures. I will just have to add ringside, because those are very hard to find. Is my second Chase. And we're going to raise money for the Salvation Army. Those are, hold on. I don't know if you've seen it.
We're going to get a reveal here, everyone.
This one.
Ooh.
This is very hard to find. Only 3,000. They only made 3,000. They didn't make 5. They make 3,000.
3,000.
So if you're smart, and if I can get another one of these, I will be raffling it to raise money for the Salvation Army. And you can't get this one as easy as you think. So,
all right, that's a little sneak peek, everyone. And as a reminder, also, we have sponsorships are open for Silver Bells on December 9th. So email us at missionprowrestling@gmail.com and reach out, and we'll be able to give you more information on that, how to support the show as a whole, how to support Mission Pro as a show and as an organization. And all of that goes back to wrestlers and to the show, and gives us the ability to put that on. So any bit helps, even if you want, everyone in the chat who helps support the wrestlers and the matches that all went to make this show happen on Title Match. So we do appreciate that, and can't do it without you.
And I want to give a shout out to La Conecta. It's a local business that has all these cool little things. It's La Toxica, and then we gave every VIP that was there, we gave them a little air freshener from Texas. We are working to get some stuff for 2024 that I just for Mission Pro Wrestling. Again, is all about collaborating with everyone, which reminds me, Caroline or Carolina is our new general manager. Before we go into the last match, she gave a speech introducing herself, and it was amazing. She is not there to mess around with anyone, and for nobody to mess around with her. She talked about her story briefly on how she's been made fun of by men for being so strong and for being the person that she is. And she has a podcast called The League of Her Own, and she has very, very a big following here in San Antonio. So we're really proud to have her as our general manager. I'm very curious to see what she's gonna be doing in the next year. Sorry, my dog is being Bella. Bella, but what do you think about her presentation?
I mean, this speech she gave was very, I think, emotional. I think it was on point with what Mission Pro is doing about elevating women's wrestling, putting women at the forefront of the sports and entertainment industry. And she definitely put out a message to, the men that have, messed with us in the past. And I love how she's standing up for the San Antonio community and Mission Pro family and everyone in the locker room. And I think it's important to have that voice that represents the community. So I'm excited. I know we're going to probably have her on maybe next week. I might bring her on and we can chat with her and talk about how she's going to lead Mission Pro as the new general manager. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to have her on board.
I'm excited too. When we were going over the speech, there's a lot of things that it really resonated with me. So I'm really happy that she's part of the team. She's wonderful. She speaks up, as a woman of color. So again, I'm just curious to see where she's gonna go with all this and who is she gonna be making, who is she gonna make in their life miserable and who doesn't. The album on 81. I know you want me to bring Las Tóxicas, which is there from AAA. We have other things on the works. I can't really talk about it, but it's just as good or even better.
All right, you heard it there. So everyone, follow Mission Pro on all socials when we make any future announcements on collabs or future shows. And we are going to be posting our official dates soon. So make sure you mark your calendars for that. But we have to get into this main event match. And let's talk about Christina Marie. I'm going to put the graphic up because this was a championship match. Christina Marie versus Tiffany Nieves, our Mission Pro champion. And this was Tiffany's first title defense on a Mission Pro show, I would say. If we want to get technical.
Yeah, it was first.
So, Christina Marie, they both are from, they kind of have like this kind of New York attitude.
New York attitude.
Yeah. New York attitude. Yep. They keep fighting about that. They were going back and forth on social media. Ahead of the show, we saw Christina Marie in the building. Tiffany Nieves was getting her workout on and was told that she was in the building. And there was, some tension there leading up to their match. What do you think about this main event match and Tiffany representing Mission Pro as the champion?
Well, first of all, with everything that has been happening for Tiffany and her career inside and outside of Mission Pro Wrestling, it just brings more eyes to our table and also makes things a lot, interesting. Christina Marie had a job to do, which was to make a name for herself here at Mission Pro Wrestling for those who've never seen her before. So Daniel Parker says that she wants another rematch. Let's see if Tiffany as a champion will want another rematch. It was hard hitting. It was intense for both of them. And definitely Christina Marie made a great impression on our fans. And I know they've been asking for her to be back.
Lots of people in the chat are saying Christina Marie did not disappoint, and Tiffany Nieves continues to prove how damn good she is. It was hell of a first defense. Big Mike says Christina Marie was very impressive, but Tiffany will stop at nothing to retain. Yeah, that is true. I mean, Tiffany has this, I think she has this like new regained confidence, not only because she's representing, she was on the Netflix show Wrestlers. She's been really making a name. She's won some titles in the last few weeks.
The OVW title too.
The OVW title. A few others. So she's kind of collecting these titles, collecting this gold.
And we got her first, so everybody F off.
Exactly.
We got her first. That's what I'm saying. And this is what happens all the time. We know. We know. We see talent. We get them, and then everybody's like, "Oh, I discovered her." Like, nah, bro. Like, you were not even had the intention to use our talent. But that's why we created Mission Pro, because we saw that some talent were being overlooked, and now because they see how good they get and how good they become, they're like, okay, now let's make them a champion. But We were first, bro.
Yes, exactly. We do see it first. And yeah, she does have a match coming up with NWA this weekend. And Thomas says, we really did have Tiffany Nieves first, just saying.
Straight up.
And really, people are asking for a rematch. So I think that would be really cool.
Well, sponsorships are available. So if you'd like to sponsor Christina Marie's flight, which is probably over $400, let us know.
Courageous Christina Marie has entered the chat.
Oh my God.
And she says, I want a rematch. This is not over.
Damn.
Oh my goodness. We had
Get in line,
Mercy,
get in line,
Christina in the chat.
Get in line, y'all. Get in line. Well, we want to thank her sponsor for allowing her to come. Definitely, without him, we would not have this amazing match. And now our fans want her back, and even she wants to be back. So again, I want to thank those sponsors, those individuals who believe in our talent and who are doing this from the kindness of their heart for them to come. It really makes things easier for us to like continue to bring them, continue to support them, and continue to create stories for them. So again, if you guys would like to sponsor, please let us know. The sponsorships are available. Like we explained, all the sponsorships go towards operations of our show, goes towards POs, goes to flights, goes to Airbnbs, goes to pay our staff, goes to like not the donations for the Salvation Army because that's for the tickets, but goes for everything else that is like imperative for us to like pay. And like I said, even if we don't have the sponsorships, we always are very responsible with all our talent, which by the way, reminds me, if you haven't paid you, I'll be paying you tonight. The extra stuff. Because I always forget. No, it was just like little things. But again, everybody got paid. That, and everybody can say, nobody leaves a place, unless it's you, Emily, without getting paid.
I tracked you down today,
or Brian, or Jeremiah, or Brian, or I.
I tracked you down.
Nobody leaves our place unless they get paid. We make sure that they get paid always, and that they don't get stranded, that somebody gives them a ride home. We make sure we take care of them. And if we can't afford them, we probably won't be able to bring them. That's why it's so important that we get all the support. Folks, you never want money, Brian. That's why I'll never pay you. So
Daniel Parker is the sponsor for Christina, and he says the Courageous One has asked her advocate to proclaim a rematch. So,
well, Daniel Parker, you already know what to do. I'm just saying. But again, it's like I want to be super clear and super that there's no questions, because like I said, we brought this at the beginning of our show. All the money that is used goes directly to run the show. We don't keep any of the money to like make ourselves, richer or whatever. No, it's like that running a female show, and we run 30 shows, is very expensive. Mm-hmm. There's been times where we lost our ass running shows, but we still running shows, and everybody got paid. Everybody left with their payout. Everybody left with a flight. Everybody left with something, and some of them left with the willingness to come back and work for us. Yes, we had to cut some stuff because of the inflation, because things are getting more expensive. But the premise of running Mission Pro is to continue to support this talent and for people to watch how talented these women are, because they go and do other shows, but they don't have their reach like Mission Pro does as a women's premier show. And we are getting, and you, Emily, have been an advocate for production. I want to give thanks to Emily for, advocating for having better production. This show was one of the best shows produced in a long time. So it takes a lot to run a show. And I know a lot of you guys love Joshi, love women's wrestling, and you want to start a show. And then you start a show and you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. And then we hear from some of our females that worked in other shows what happens. This is not a game, guys. You're playing with people's livelihoods. It's not a game. I've been through it. So many people supported me. They know who they are. They helped me. In Chicago, I had one of my friends, like, he used to pay for my flights so I could go and get paid $50 to kill myself in the ring. Some of these guys, like Daniel Parker, believes in Christina Marie. He paid for that flight because he wanted to see her succeed. Mm-hmm. So many people did it for me. When I went my first time that I went to England, the first time that I went to the East Coast, nobody wanted to put a penny on me. And somebody was, from the kindness of their heart, really did that for me. And they're doing it for some of these ladies. So if you're going to run a show, you better pay these women. You better have them with a flight, in an Airbnb at least, for the night. Don't send them directly to a freaking airport.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we do work really hard for, like, all of our production team works very hard to make sure that everyone has rides and they have snacks and water and that they feel welcome. And it's very important, because Thunder's been through it. I've been through it, where you're not necessarily welcomed, and you're not supported in where you need to go, and you don't want to be lost in a city you don't know. And a lot of these talent have never been outside of their state. So we have to support them, and the sponsors help do that, and everyone that helps buy a ticket does that. So again, thank you all so much. And
yeah.
we're going to continue.
Transparency at all means, by all means. And with that, we want to be transparent. I've been transparent all this time. And this is one of the things that my family has worked for years, starting from when we used to own Sabotage Wrestling. And we let it go, and we created, Brian and Jeremiah created Mission Pro, and then they added my name on this. We made that promise that we were going to make sure that we could take care of the girls as much as we could with the finances that we have. So that's why I stressed it so much, that we would like your support. If you have extra money for sponsorships and you want to see somebody, please help us out. $50, $100, whatever, however the sponsorship working. That helped us tremendously. You don't understand. Like, the show is growing and is like I said, is a well-oiled machine. But sometimes we get good money, sometimes we don't. And that's okay. That's part of running the show. And we're very, very blessed that we and you guys have helped us out. And I'm gonna, finish with this. We're very thankful for absolutely everything everyone has helped us do for the last, my God, we've been running shows since 2016. Since 2016, from the sacrifices that a lot of the girls took on the first show that we did in Sabotage in LA, but not taking a pay cut, to now a lot of the girls, because they want to work with us, they help us out in all of them, every single one of them. For the ones that stayed on my house, sleeping with my dogs, to the ones that have, made sacrifices to be here. Like, we appreciate you so much. And it's not like we try to bring you as much as possible, but we can't afford it. We can't afford it. And we don't want to lie to you. So again, it's a group effort. It's a community effort. We want to help them, and we want to help our community. And we want to, oh my God. Yeah. The car rides across the country when we were running the shows in North Carolina, Florida, like all of that, guys. It's insane. Like, you guys don't understand what it takes to run shows.
Didn't we sleep in a car in North Carolina, like in the parking lot?
I think we did that. I flew. You guys.
Oh, you flew. It was like 40,
I flew
20 something hours, and I think we all slept in the car.
It was insane. It was insane. Like, the things that we have gone through running the shows for Mission Pro, it's like we paid our dues. I'm a signed talent for All Elite Wrestling, and I'm still paying dues because I believe in women's professional wrestling and the independent scene. People still need places that they can go, because not everybody gets signed. Not everybody gets signed. And I'm really passionate about this. So this is not a game for me or for the people that are in our team. We take this very serious.
Yeah.
Like, we do.
Davina says, while MPW leads the way for women's wrestling, and all of wrestling there is an example of how to treat and take care of each other, lifting each other up. It's the place people want to be at, a place to call home. I'm excited for the future.
And you know what? And that's the thing. We always have our doors open, our phones open for feedback, because we want to make sure that whoever comes to in our shows, that they feel a certain type of way. And we worked so hard in the last 3 years. So our lines are open.
Yeah. All right. Thunder Rosa, thank you for breaking down Thriller, for your inspiring speech, as always, and giving back to the fans, giving back to all the talent, all of your advice and support for this industry. Again, we're lucky to have you a part of Mission Pro. And thank you to all the sponsors, the fans in the chat. Remember, get those tickets December 9th, missionprowrestling.com. Save the date and follow us on all social media channels at Mission Pro Wrestling. Hit that subscribe button to our YouTube channel. We'll be releasing some of the matches from Thriller over the course of the next few weeks. We'll be releasing some behind the scenes content, some interviews, some clips, things like that. And you don't want to miss it. So like Mission Pro on all socials, and we'll see you again soon. Thunderous, any last words?
No? Follow Mission Pro, like, subscribe, and share. Put the link so people know what you guys are doing, where you guys are watching. Buy our merchandise that will be posted on our website. Thank you so much. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, everybody, for having and doing this show. An amazing show, Thriller. And December 9th, we're going to close the year con broche de oro, like we say in Spanish. So we'll be seeing you there.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.